question. What are the three branches of the government? Could you name them?
Yeah, the three branches are the judicial, legislative, and executive branches.
All right. Yeah, we got that.
Legislative, judicial, and executive.
Legislative, judicial, and
Let's do.
executive.
Judicial, executive, and oh my gosh. I know that the third branch is Congress.
Legislative, judicial. Oh my god.
Hey, it's okay if you don't know.
Judicial, legislative, and executive.
Right on the money. And let's see, could you name the Bill of Rights? What are those? You don't have to list them all, but do you know what they are?
They're just like the rights that people are given in America.
The rights that people are given in America. Where can we find them?
What do you mean?
As in, where can we go and look at these rights that are given towards the American people? Are they found in somewhere online, or can we go to a constitution?
I mean, you can look them up online. They're in Washington, D.C. They were written during the forming of the country. It's out there. People.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, like the definition of
Yeah.
what the Bill of Rights is. It's part of the Constitution that was added after the Constitution was ratified that just like lists the rights that we have as American citizens.
How many are in the Bill of Rights? How many amendments?
13.
13? Close, 10, but you're right there. Just
It's the first 10 amendments that ensure freedoms that we consider to be for everyone.
for everyone. For the Bill of Rights.
Like what I think of the Bill of Rights, or what I
Just what they are.
the Bill of Rights are just they're a list of things that as citizens of the United States we are I don't want to say entitled to, but in a sense they are things that the government cannot step into.
The Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution, I believe.
You hit it on the nail.
Yes,
Well played. Okay.
Nor any other person can take away. So the right to vote, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, those kind of things, all protected by the Bill of Rights. And I think it's important because some countries they don't follow that kind of Roman law. They have like an unwritten law that Britain does, I think. So it's important that those are in writing, just so that we always know that those are backed up by a document that was signed a long time ago. So.
Very good. And just as citizens, if we want to look up at what our rights are and what our Bill of Rights are to be able to refer to, what the government holds us accountable for, where can we find those?
Well, there are amendments to the Constitution.
Okay.
So the Constitution is pretty vague. Doesn't really list a lot of personal rights. But the Bill of Rights goes into more detail, I would say. Things.
All right. Good. All right. Well, we're going to dive into your political stance real fast, if you don't mind. So, could you tell us what party you align yourself with?
I would say I would be more Republican.
Republican? All right. Pretty conservative? Or do you find yourself kind of
I
wobbling
would-
on some of these issues?
Yeah, I would say I would be more conservative on most issues, but that's not like an across the board thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Would it be alright if I answered and said I'm a strong moderate?
You're strong moderate?
I would
Okay.
say
Could you
I
explain
agree.
that a little bit more?
Yeah, I would just say that I don't tend to find myself like somebody say like, oh, I'm like very conservative, or like many people say like my age say they're very more on the liberal side. I find myself very much drawn to both sides. I wouldn't say I have like I always vote Republican, I always vote liberal. It's more on not based on the party, but what on the individuals.
So maybe independent?
Yeah.
A little bit more. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. I mean, we might have an independent candidate for all we know jump in here towards the convention in the summer.
I'm a conservative. I'm a Republican, but right now this election is pretty wacky. Right now, I find myself supporting either Kasich or Cruz. Just not Trump on the Republican side. That would be my opinion. So.
Probably Republican, and any particular candidate within the Republican nominees?
Honestly, no.
No?
No. There's no one person that I feel like that's running this year that I'm like,
you're in the voting booth. You have to write down a name. Do you have anybody that comes to mind first?
Probably Cruz because he's a Republican. He's not Trump. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, well, pretty sure that's a pretty popular consensus right now,
Yeah.
so that's fine.
I think that was not a good thing to do, but I also think that if you really look into it, that most politicians would do stuff like that. However, it is like one thing in a really long list of stuff that she's done that has been sketchy, not trustworthy. So yes, overall, I'm not a fan of her at all.
Clinton.
And why is that?
She's not as insane as the
So it seems like the gauge for your political support is insanity. Yeah, that's a pretty good reason. Which candidate would you find yourself supporting?
Cruz or Sanders?
Cruz or Sanders? Okay, those are two pretty different candidates.
Yes, they are.
So, when you say Sanders, do you find yourself advocating for a kind of socialistic ideology for economy, kind of making inequality between the rich and the poor and trying to find a middle ground?
Yes.
You do? Okay. And for Ted Cruz, he kind of has a very conservative outlook on that same policy, thinking that we should be not taxing the rich as much, which is pretty different from Bernie Sanders. So, which would you find yourself siding more in line with?
Probably closer to Sanders on that